Night shifts teach you patience. That's what the last guy told me before he quit. I thought he was joking, but now, after a year on this job, I understand. Because when you're the only security guard in a building built for hundreds, patience isn't a skill, it's survival. It's an old hospital on the edge of town, the kind they keep for records and storage. No patients, no staff, just me, and the hum of the fluorescents. Every hour I make rounds, basement to roof, swiping the little RFID tag on every door to prove I was there. Simple, predictable, until one night, it wasn't. It was 2:13 a.m. Cold enough that my breath fogged the camera lens when I checked the rear stairwell. Everything looked normal, until I saw the lift panel light up by itself. I hadn't pressed it. No one else was on duty. The indicator climbed. B1, 2, then stopped. The door slid open with that soft rubber hiss, and the car was empty. I told myself the sensor glitched. Wrote it in the log. Elevator cycle. No movement detected. Then carried on. But at 3:04, I was in the east corridor and heard the same door close. 2 floors down. That metallic thump echoed through the ductwork. I swear I felt the floor vibrate beneath me. The CCTV monitors are in the lobby. 12 tiny screens stacked in 2 rows. I sat down, scrolling through each feed. Basement hallway, clear. Loading bay, clear. Lobby, clear. Then camera 9 flickered. The elevator car was there again. Door half open. Interior light pulsing like a heartbeat. I leaned forward. A shape moved just beyond the frame. Not close enough to see, just enough to know. I keyed the mic. Control. This is Site 9. Confirming motion on cam 9. Please advise. Static. No reply. I checked the signal repeater. Solid green. The radio wasn't the problem. Something else was. At 3:10 a.m., I went down in person. The air felt heavy, like when a thunderstorm's about to start. The elevator doors were closed again. I tapped the call button. Nothing. Tapped again. Still nothing. Then the floor indicator above the door blinked once, and changed from 3 to B. The motor started to hum, not moving up, but down. I followed the sound into the stairwell. Every step echoed too long, like the space was wider than it should be. When I reached the basement door, it was already ajar. A draft rolled out. Cold. Metallic. Like the air in a freezer. I pushed it open. The basement lights were off. Only the red exit sign glowed at the far end. And in the dark, I heard the elevator chime. When I got to it, the door was open again. But this time the light inside was out. Just black. I leaned closer. Listened. Nothing. Then the doors began to close. Slowly. Like a mouth shutting over a secret. I yanked the safety edge. The panel stopped an inch from my hand. Inside, a single wet footprint on the steel floor. Small, bare, like a child's. I slammed the stop switch and ran the circuit breaker for the lift. The motor wound down with a sigh. Silence returned. Only the hum of emergency lights. When I got back upstairs, I checked the monitors again. Every feed normal, except 9. Now it showed the elevator closed, and someone standing in front of it. Just far enough away that the face was hidden by glare. Just long enough for the timestamp to freeze. Then the frame cut to static. Next morning, maintenance said the basement breaker had tripped from moisture. They drained the pit, cleaned the panel, and shrugged. I didn't tell them about the footprint. Since then, every few nights around 3 a.m., camera 9 clicks once, and the basement light turns on by itself. They say old wiring does that sometimes, but I've seen enough wiring to know, wires don't leave footprints. If you ever hear an elevator move when no one's inside, don't go looking. Just count to 3, and pray it doesn't stop on your floor.